Hello, and what I propose to do today is change the bottom bracket for this. That's the size you need, and that bit for an Eskute Voyager. It's probably the same for the Netuno, and this one has done 2,642 miles. Now the problem being, it's when you pedal on the downstroke on the one side, it tends to squeak. And being sealed unit, you can't get any grease in it. But I have a hack for that. So instead I've ordered this new bottom bracket off the Eskute website. It took ages to get them to respond and give me a price, and it was out of stock. So over about 2 months I've got this unit, and I'm going to show you how to fit it. Now you don't have to do this, but if you want to, remove the pedals. If you haven't done it before, let's get the film set up. On this side is a left-hand thread. I did lose them just to check which way it was. It's an 8mm hex socket to release the centre bolt. Extractor. Make sure you get to go all the way in. It's only aluminium. Just make sure it's going to come undone. Unscrew it and do the other side. The pedal this side. Normal. Anti-clockwise to unscrew the pedal. Release the centre bolt. Pop that out of the way over there. One is line extract or a socket. If you put bolts and a washer to hold it in place, because sometimes they're quite tight and the socket comes out easily, just to make sure it's seated, but you've got to hold the other side a bit while you nip it. This is clockwise. It's quite and they're quite tight in place. That's it. Now what I did find when I originally had it out, got a bit of rust in there. That's why I tried to get some oil into it. And it's alright actually, it's good. But now I've got a new one, I'm going to change it anyway. Let me get a bit of rag. And because the other side should just come out, it should be loose. Now you just have to be careful with the sense of the other side. Make sure you be gentle with it. You can take it off if you want beforehand. So, cable tie underneath. Now what I suggest is, because it's rusty now, I'm going to put some grease along it, because you might get water ingress through the frame, through the saddle tube. Just put some of that on it. That's it. Just make sure you get it in properly. In line, don't force it. Now what you might notice is I've changed the sprocket. I've taken off a black one and put on that as more teeth. I think it's a 46, and this was about a 40, I think, somewhere down there. I shall link it in the description. And I polished the frame a bit while I was here. All I've got to do is put the other side on. Back in a minute. What I haven't done is put this back in the other side yet. I've got that out of the way. I took the cable tie off. Just nip it till it's on. And about 20 Newton meters, if that. Just don't have to go mad and bust a gut on it. Put the sensor back over. And then put a cable tie on it. Just a little cable tie, nothing mega. Just keep it out of the way of the pedals. Cut the end off. Put the crank on. That's a tight. I do. And that's it. Just make sure you nip the pedals up. And then that should be good for another 2,500 miles at least. Thank you for watching. See you later. Oh, a little update. What I've previously done with this, when it's squeaking, making a lot of noise, and I took it out to get the sizes off. I got the slim tin of Coke as opposed to that one. I cut the top off. And then put that inside because it covers it more than this one, because that one's got the bump in the bottom, and it fits in there. I've filled it just over here with motor oil, just over that bit, and I've submersed it in water in a saucepan and brought that to a good simmer until the oil got nice and hot. Not bubbling hot, but you know, enough to not put your finger in it. And then just and pulled this out of the oil and let it drain a lot, wiped it off and stuffed it in. And this, that's what I sound about you getting rust where it's inside the frame. So it's not as bad now because I wiped a lot of it off, but you do get rust in there, you get water ingress in the frame. So that's why I sprayed the new one up with grease before I put it in, and I'm going to test it in a minute. So anyway, that's what I've done, and it cured that horrible noise. You can replace these, but they're a bit of a job because you've got to have a vice to stand it in. Well, and now you can hold that without damaging the threads. So the other thing you could possibly do is leave it in the frame and tap that with a copper mallet or something so you don't burn the end, or put an old bolt in the end, whack it to protect the threads, and see if that comes out of there. Then that should be a loose piece of tube spacer, and then you can put that one up in the vise and knock that down to get this one off once it's come out of that end, hopefully. Anyway, I don't know, I haven't tried it and I'm not going to. The new one costs £35 and that was shipped, including shipping, and it took about 8 days, something like that. But that's what you have to do, get in touch with Eskute and ask them if you need one of these, or say alternatively, try the quick fix and dunk it in oil. That's what I done. Anyway, thanks for watching, bye.